Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome on in. Welcome to the channel. This is WagWorksGA. I'm Jeff. That's the G in GA. You can call me Jeff. You can call me Wags. Either way, I'm half of a creative team with my wife Ashley. We like to do comics together, specifically kids comics. So you'll see a lot of that here. You'll also see some video game fan art, slice of life comics, all sorts of stuff like that. But yeah, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good night. Yeah, Daisy, you're first place. I don't know what that means for this channel, but congratulations, and do feel free to rub that in to Frank when he gets here. How are you doing tonight? I know I'm actually here my usual delay time after. I like to give it a few minutes to let things get started. Let the art carousel go for a bit. I actually updated it tonight. I was very excited. I think it actually showed up. I added a few pieces. Previously on Jeff. Glad you're doing well tonight. Very good. I'm surprised I'm that chipper without. This was my first sip of the coffee, of the nighttime stream night coffee. Maybe it's because I actually slept this week. Jambalaya, it's so good. That sounds amazing. So you're antsy, like excited for it? I was assuming. I shouldn't assume. Okay, good deal. It's been a while since I've had it. It's super good. Yeah, with the kielbasa. I'm trying to think. Is that the one that I've had before? Either way, it sounds amazing. Yeah. Anyway, I could probably get started on warm up already. Gonna try to be proactive here and actually open up timer. So we talked about it last week, and I know Ashley got ahead of the queue with her favorite last week. But Daisy, you had a suggestion for warm up this week, and I think it was Garchomp was one of them. And I think I was gonna go with that one. So I'm just gonna pull up the reference and we can just do that. And I don't think I had a Garchomp card anywhere. I didn't exhaustively search my deck. Or Gengar. Ah, okay. Do you have a preference between the two? Both start with G. Excellent selections. I can see either one. I think Gengar might. No, I don't know. Either one could work. It's just your brother's favorite ones. Okay. Let's go with Garchomp. I like Gengar as well, but I might save that one because it's a spooky one for around Halloween time. I think I do have that card somewhere, so it could still come up in the random draw as well. All right, no, that's not what I wanted to do. What am I doing? My goodness. Oh, my volume is way louder too on the music. Let me fix that guy. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna hop on over to Art View. I actually opened Clip Studio Paint in advance this time, so I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I know I even highlighted last week's stream like before today. I was on it this week. It was good times. Jeff's becoming advanced. It's amazing what if you like. I've been putting a lot more effort into sleep this week, and it feels like it's been paying off. Because it was getting not great for a while with life being busy. But yeah, all right. So I can drop in my reference right here. or I would if I copied it. There we go. Okay. Now. Yep, there we go. So, jambalaya aside, how's the week been for you? Make it a little bigger. I don't know why I didn't previously see that this is just like a dinosaur bat shark. The shark part I didn't really connect with before, and I'm not sure why, because it's right there. It's clearly shark inspired. All right, label my layers, which you can't see, but trust me, I'm doing it. All right, and adjust that text. Remove the edge off of it. There we go. That's more legible. There we go. All the snow has turned into rock hard ice. Yeah, understandable. I mean, we did not get snow here in Central Florida, but it's been cold for here. We turned the heat on for the first time in 2 years, so that was something. But I know, yeah, my mom's up in Wisconsin, and she was reporting like 40 below wind chills earlier this week. Gosh, even up in northern Florida by Panama City Beach, Destin area, they got like 7 inches of snow. It's crazy. Cold air really dug in. And obviously all my friends and coworkers up in DC area. It's been crazy. All right. So the drill is the same as usual. I'm gonna take just 5 minutes here and do a quick warm up to kind of loosen up and get myself in art mode. It's not going to be perfect. It might not even be pretty. It's just to have fun and loosen up. So you're encouraged and welcome to draw along if you are so inclined. And yeah, here we go. 5 minutes. Pretty sure 5 minutes is like the amount of time it takes Frank to do 10 comics, something like that. He's incredibly efficient, at least compared to me. At least compared to me. All right. So I kind of see it as something like that. Straighten that out. Get these guys out of here. This is not Garchomp, by the way. This is part of the background. But I was picturing Garchomp resting against a tree, which is why I'm drawing a tree and not the Pokemon. Frank's been slowing down lately. Oh, man. Maybe he's busy. I know oftentimes he's usually here at stream start, but I was wondering. Hopefully he'll show up soon. The old age is finally hitting him near 30. Oh, Daisy. Oh, to be 30 again. So, okay, what was going on with... How is this Pokemon constructed? How is Garchomp? Okay, maybe I could have focused a little bit more on Pokemon and less on tree. Okay, no, so it's gonna actually be more like this. The eye would be in the same position, but this part of the head is just... Okay. That's definitely Garchompier. kind of like the torso, and then, okay. Something like that. Got the foot going there. This is going to be a real rough sketch. So this one comes through like this. It's going to have an arms crossed kind of thing. You know, it's kind of cute. It actually makes it a little bit like it's got like a cozy blanket. It always surprises me how even like the cool, tough looking Pokemon can be kind of cute if you just sort of let that side of their personality come out. Yeah, this is going to be a real rough start, and that's okay. Jambalaya has officially been delivered, steaming hot. You have to get your bowls in quickly or else half the pot will be gone by tomorrow's noon. I mean, clearly it's good. If you're excited for it, actually maybe this would be more like this. Okay, this is getting confusing in here, so let's simplify that. Okay, so this comes through like this. This is this arm. This arm will come out here. Which would cover up all of this, wrapping like a warm blanket. There's the crazy talon-like claw. Okay, there we go. Okay, that went quick. That's timer. Wow. But you know what? This isn't bad. This is definitely Garchomp is one of the more complicated constructions of Pokemon, and I'm actually, for a rough sketch, I'm pretty happy with how this is coming along. Okay. Okay. I will gladly take this. Okey-doke, let's just go ahead and save this guy so I can return to it later if I so choose. Alright, and today it's 23rd already, man. I feel like a big part of adulthood is just always looking at the date and being like, oh wow, it's already that date. 23. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. I did, while I'm here in Clip Studio, want to share, I finished up the Sunny Skies that I was working on last week. So this one is done and ready to go out when we're ready to ship it. Actually, pretty cool, exciting change coming for Core Toons. We just celebrated today. Actually, was the 1-year birthday of Core Toons, so that was pretty cool. We've got some really cool new ideas. Sarah shared something with our weekly meeting this week, and I'm real excited to unveil it, but it's gonna take some time to get it together. So. In the meantime, working on a few new ones, but yeah, so this is the finished product. Since this is Sunny Skies, again, this is our kindergarten through 2nd grade science education series. So really here, you know, we try to go as close to wordless as we can, especially to target that very lower range of the age group, but also to teach like a little bit of weather and weather map literacy. So Of course, this being, you know, high pressure and low pressure being typically associated with unsettled weather, raininess, storms, that kind of thing. And of course, highs being more clear, sunny, sometimes very cold. Me when I could have sworn I had another 3 days to finish off the milk jug. Yeah, it goes fast. It goes really fast. And it just gets faster as you keep getting older. It's good. Sorry, I did not intend for the stream to become depressing. But I don't know where I was going with that. But time does fly, that's for sure. Okay, speaking of time flying, just under a week from today is the 29th is the Lunar New Year. And I think I've mentioned before on stream, maybe I haven't, our son is adopted from China. So we try to incorporate some of that into our family life, some of the culture and the heritage where we can. And one of the first ways that we've started doing that was by celebrating the Lunar New Year. So I've been making Lunar New Year illustrations for a little bit. I put them all in the carousel, the image carousel, but they might not have all gone through while I was while we were all waiting for stream to start. So, sorry, don't know why that's the noise I decided to make into the microphone right then, but you know what? This is me. This is me. All right, Lunar New Year. Okay, yeah, so I think I did some really rough sketches in 2019 for Year of the, wait, 2019 might have been Year of the Dog, maybe 2018, Year of the Pig? Oh man, now I gotta look it up. What was 2019? Yeah, 2019 was Year of the Pig. So I think I did some sketches of that. 2018 then would, I guess, have been Year of the Dog. But let's see if I can show some of my previous year's illustrations. So for a while I was going for more of like a picture book style on things. So like here's why is that? There we are. Interesting. Just getting this in OBS. Yeah, so here was like my my 2020 Year of the Rat illustration that I did. Then this was last year, Year of the Dragon. This is a little bit out of order. But yeah, there was Year of the Dragon. Here was, 23, Year of the Rabbit. 22, Year of the Tiger. And then one more, yeah, the Year of the Ox in 2021. Let me zoom that guy in a little bit. Did we lose it? No, there it is. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, so the ox was the last one before I started leaning back more into my kind of cartoony style, which is where I naturally go. So yeah, you see it here, and then the mouse too. I was going for more painterly kind of thing with it, but yeah, I was really happy with how the dragon came out. The scales were pretty cool. Yeah. So at any rate, this is kind of been a long-standing tradition for me to work on these. So I am continuing that tonight. I probably won't finish it tonight, but I am aiming to finish it before next Wednesday, which is the 29th, which is the actual start of the Lunar New Year festival. So it's the start of the spring festival in China, which goes on, I think, for 2 weeks. So most of the celebrations you'll see in a lot of communities are at the end of it. Some do it other times during it, but at least in our experience, that's what it's been. But yeah, this year is going to be the year of the snake, so I will be doing that. These are not snakes, these are children. What even is the aspect ratio? I've done squares for these. Okay. All right, let's do it 10 by 10 at 300 DPI. Just setting up my page here in Clip Studio. Snakes, children, what's the difference? Valid question. No, just kidding. Legs and scales. That's my first suggestion. They do definitely both bite. They absolutely do. It's true. I was gonna say one walks around, but we literally had a kid today he was using his arms to pull himself around. Pull himself around the floor on his tummy. It happens. It happens. Children are not typically venomous, so that's a good and very fundamental difference. I like that one a lot. I will say, some people are afraid of snakes, but I guess some people are afraid of kids too, if you think about it. I'm gonna switch my brush to a shade of red here, a fuchsia perhaps. I'm not anti-snake. I am not the biggest fan of snakes personally. I don't run away if I see them, but I definitely have a bit, I'll keep a healthy distance. Put it that way. When we lived in Georgia, we saw so many snakes. We used to get these 1.5 to 2 foot long king snakes in the backyard, which thankfully king snakes are not venomous. And in fact, they will prey on venomous snakes like copperheads. They are, I think, immune to the venom, that's why they're called king snakes. They're they can eat the other snakes, even the ones that people are afraid of. So it wasn't all bad seeing them, but it was always a little bit of a surprise to just see one a 2-foot snake slithering on by, and you kind of okay, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of distance. Give you some distance there, buddy. Okay, so I kind of had an idea. Ashley and I discussed a possible way we wanted to start going with this one already. I've done a lot of food-related stuff, and I think we're going to kind of lean away from that. Just because, we've done it so much already. Okay, and yes. Well, I mean, it is all relative, and apparently compared to you, Frank, I am indeed older. But hey, welcome on in, bud. How's it going? I did officially rule Daisy first place. I also stated that I don't know what that means in the context of this stream, but yeah, that did happen. You're leaving then? Ah, you just got here. Actually, maybe something like this. Explain climate change. That's one snake gone already. Oh dear. I mean, I'm not sure what all there is to explain. It seems fairly straightforward. A festival lantern could be fun. We were thinking the firecrackers. Like, I don't know if have you ever been to like a lion dance, or the dragon dance that they traditionally hold like around the Lunar New Year? Explain like Daisy's. I've got to say, for 5, that would be an incredible command of the Twitch interface. Explain like phrase. Like whale is in large marine mammal, or whale is in like spends massive amounts of money on free-to-play titles. Okay, don't make me bust out what we do with the kids. Like, okay, now you both have to say something nice about each other. I will go there. We will do this. I'm not a toxic positivity type where everything has to be positive always forever, but I will say sometimes it's good to practice it. Like a witch in water. All right, well, we'll not go there just yet. Hey, I am already done with the 5-minute warm-up. I will have you know. This is my actual thing that I'm working on tonight. This is not the Pokémon. Boo. Here, let me just. This was the warm-up. We did Daisy's request, so we did Garchomp. Frank, do you have a request for next week? You're making a Jeff comic like about me? Oh my gosh. I just like if you could do one like Loosey Goosey or something. Where like Goose comes up to like, a comic maker's booth or desk. It's a comic about hip replacement surgery. When I was young, I'm not sure where this is going. I feel like I should be really wary right now. Yeah, so Frank, I'm doing my Lunar New Year comic. This is Year of the Snake coming up, so that is what I'm drawing. Jeff was young once, impossible. Hey now. Hey now. I was young at least twice. The comic series is called Back in My Day. Oh no. Oh, school was uphill both ways. In the snow. I mean, I was in Wisconsin, so it was definitely in the snow. I was just telling my kids the story of how in 3rd grade I electrocuted myself. And especially one of them laughed for like a really long time. Daisy already guessed the comic. Back in my day. Okay. This is a comic about Python. Anyway, it's just gonna be ridiculous boomer phrases. Boomer phrases. How, Frank? I'll have you know, I am technically not even Gen X. I mean, on the other side of things. Alright, so what are these ridiculous boomer phrases that you're going to use, though? Everyone can buy a house, just work harder. I don't know why that's the first thing that I think of. Maybe I won't draw the tassel on it, but like we had a hat like this for our son that we got in China. That was his Lunar New Year outfit when he was like really little. So it's a lot of fun memories there. I was thinking buying a house, working when you're 7, buying groceries for a dime. How do we feel about snakes with explosives? It feels like it's a new edgier stream, guys. Come on. But yeah, so these are like a lot of times, if you've ever seen like a traditional lion dance or dragon dance, they'll oftentimes set off these like the strings of like the really like loud popping firecrackers during it as part of the, you know, making loud noises to scare away evil. It's funny because a lot of the times when we've gone to celebrations and watched them do it, we don't notice that they're setting them off until they start going off. And then it just sounds like gunfire, and it's at first extremely jarring. They don't. You're gonna Insta story the pencils. Okay. They don't have hands to throw the explosives. They don't. They really don't. But in this case, it's more just like setting them off as part of the celebration than like throwing them per se. Oh, don't get lazy, Jeff. Come on. I'm not sure if I'm getting this hat right. Hold up. Might need to make it a little bigger. So what I'm going for is something like hello. Something like this, like, isn't this adorable? Now the snake is holding a baby. Now it's a baby-headed snake. This is fine. This is fine. I just wanted to bring it in. I know there's this sub view to do this with. Ashley's here, by the way, guys. So everyone say hi. Now the baby's holding the explosives. Oh no. Frank said hi, Ash. Good night. Pretty much. She shan't be here long. You're always welcome to stay. So just want to get the kind of, whoop, don't tilt the baby. That's the hat reference. I'm just gonna label all my layers because you know how this goes for me. Maybe make that part of the hat bigger. The little thing on top, something like that. It's Insta-storied. All right, let's check this out. See what fresh batch of slander you've prepared for me. I appreciate the varied perspective on that. Okay. I'm assuming is it cool to share? All right. Let's see if I can do this in under 12 minutes. What was that? I know, I am adding more fuel to the old fire. But I mean, if it's an old fire, maybe you need more fuel. Sorry, couldn't resist. Anyway. Alright, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I do like your perspective in this. You've got some really good angles here. I like the take on the uphill both ways. Although technically speaking, if it's uphill both ways, then it's probably also downhill both ways, in part. It's magically uphill. 2 feet of snow. I think you really nailed it. The saying. Well, I'm curious to see how this one comes together the rest of the way, but it's looking good so far. Boop, 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 boop. What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. Pew! It's gonna look newspapery. Now, are you gonna run some like the texture filters to get that like the print dot pattern on it? Like my childhood. Yes, everything everything looked newspaper in my childhood, even things that weren't newspapers. What's that? Papyrus. Hey now. Why are you joining in? Coloring it that aged yellow. Cool, 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 cool. Well, Frank Lol, thanks. Thanks for contributing to that. It's going great for me today. It's fine. Everything's fine. So I think I can actually go straight, because this is like, it was originally my sketch, but I think I got a lot of detail in here, so I think I'm just going to go straight to inks on this. I know. She said the thing. Time to disappoint yourself. Wait, what? Yeah, we haven't watched that yet. Yeah, you're correct. It's on the list. It's on the list. Can't wait. Well, how did you like Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Universe, huh? If you're a fan. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I mean, how can anyone forget Jedi Bob? Alright, what do we want to do here? I had a thought just now, and then I completely lost it. Oh, right, I was going to do something with the eyes. So, yeah, do we think... Before I get in there... Nope, that's angry. No angry snake. Should I do like a mouth expression then to make it look a little bit like nervous about it? It does. I wasn't sure if we wanted to push it a little bit more. No teeth. No gigantic fangs. Like that. No. Okay. Well, I just had drawn that in just now, and I thought you were talking about this, like that. Oh yeah, like this. Okay. Yeah. Don't snakes have slits for eyes? They do, but cartoony, semi-anthropomorphized and cuter / less scary ones. You are correct. This is not a perfectly rendered, realistic snake. Snakes have nostrils. Yeah. Right, they breathe through them. They smell / taste the air with their tongue. Will he smile? Well, he's a bit nervous about... Oh, I need to draw the rest of... That's what I was missing. Thanks, Frank. Ooh, what's this? Just a moment. Just taking note of an awesome song. All right, cool. All right, yeah. So that was the other piece of it, was that the firecrackers were going to be lit. There we go. That's what was missing. Also, snakes don't have eyelids. Wait. Is that... Did I know that? Yeah, gators have like the extra eyelid. Yeah. Well, it's a good reason not to draw any eyelids at the very least. Don't you think? Tone this layer down a little bit. Let's get a little bit more. There we go. Give him eyebrows. Wait. Yes, the eyebrows would go a long way to push the expression. I agree. Hello? That was weird. I think a lot of the hats that I've seen have like it's a fuzzy band around it. Yeah, so we're gonna go for that. Oh, I didn't record time lapse because I always forget to record time lapse. Don't you know? Might bring this down a little bit. So that means also this should be it's a standard like 6-sided gem type thing. No, this one's like almost an oval. I think the references had a few different ones. No, it's usually, it looks like it's usually within an oval. Sorry, just checking a few more references to get a good sense of the look. Wait, I'm just thinking also of the one that we had. Good night. Say goodnight, Ash, everyone. Oh, walking to your grandma's. All right. See you in a few, Frank. Alright, some of these have the oval with like the gem and the fuzzy, but the other mode seems to be one that's more a symbol and like a non-fuzzy band, although the one that we had for our son was like kind of a mix of the two. Okay, here's a better. This is kind of what it is that I'm going for. Okay, so it's actually more of like an oval-shaped gem sort of deal going on. This is going to be a trick one to get consistent. A long sweeping line. Long, yeah. How do I want to do this? Almost. I might actually use that pinch line tool here to kind of finagle this guy into place. What I want to do is too much. That's not gonna quite do it. Alright. You know what? Redraw vector line. Nope. Let's try this one just for fun. Oh, that actually kind of works. Redraw, simplify, simplify, simplify. Okay. Maybe just a control point. Oh, okay. Well, that is certainly one way to do that. I can easily get way too far into hand editing the vector points. So I am going to limit myself here a bit before I go completely overboard with it. But it can be helpful in some cases to get exactly the line you're looking for. Okay. Actually, pretty happy with that. Do a little bit of cleanup over on this end. Over here. All right, we're not bad. Not bad so far. All right, so I'm gonna save you because, you know, that's always good to do. All right, I should just put this with all my other Lunar New Year's pieces. Excuse me. Okay, so that's saved. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to take this opportunity to grab a quick break, get up, stretch my legs, go to the bathroom, and I'll be back. And I'm confident that we're at least going to finish lines on this guy tonight, and hopefully start laying down some basic color. That would be good. That is my goal. Yep, it'll be just a quick couple minutes, and I will be right back. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Where my break screen? Where's that? Okay. All right. Yep. See you guys in a few. So I'm not sure how long you've been back, Frank, but you know, 11 o'clock. I usually take a break, right? But I'm back now. Don't mind me, I grabbed a quick little snack. Alright, so let's get back to it. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted. Maybe a little bit. Ease off on the line thickness as we get here, so it gives that like reads a little more clearly. Nope, come on. Come on. I'll get it one of these times. There we go. Might manually do a little bit. Just barely narrow down that line. I need to do about one. It's not hugely important, but it does help to give the feeling of things going behind each other a little bit to make the line that's receding be a little bit thinner. Not a huge deal, but if I can do something about it, might as well. Actually, we'll go this way. All right, how do I want to do this? It's probably good. Okay. Something like that. Okay. Me undoing the same line for 10 minutes. I mean, I feel like that's part of the digital artist starter pack, right? It's the ability to do it. It's like part of it. Like I can sit and mess with this line and undo it and redo it a billion times without like smudging up my paper. So why wouldn't I? But it does tend to start to wear down on the self-confidence after a little bit, at least for me. Like, I swear, guys, I can draw a line. I really can. All right, get back to our original. Wow. My words. Ew, lines. I mean, I could go lineless. Were you here earlier when I was showing some of my previous Lunar New Year pieces? Because there are some earlier ones, like 2020 and 2021, when I was going for more of like a painterly picture book type style, before I leaned back into my like cartoony, comic-y type art style. And those came out pretty good. I can pop that up. I like them. I like to share them. I like to share. No, it would help if I opened them up, eh? Yeah, you. That's the one. Just a moment. All right. Yeah, so like this is one of them. This was 2020 for a year of the rat. So yeah, barely any lines on that one. I mean, the sketches still had lines, but it didn't have the big thick vector lines in there. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that one. I thought it was really cute. And this was last year's Year of the Dragon. Clearly lines are present here. I love this one, how it came out. This one made me very happy. 23 was Year of the Rabbit. I was pretty happy with this one. I think I could have done a little more depth. Like the whole vest area feels a little bit flat to me, looking at it now. But overall, I was pretty happy with it. Also, the rabbit is making jiaozi with like the dumplings. And oh gosh, I love those. They're so good. This is 22. So Year of the Tiger, the long life noodles. And yeah, this was the other one that had no lines. So the 21 was Year of the Ox. And I did like a little line work, but for the most part lineless. I was pretty happy with how that one came out too. But you want to know what's fun? Drawing hooves holding a teacup. That's good times, let me tell you. Yeah. But I've done some of the lineless stuff. Although ironically, I think I end up usually starting with lines and then having to fill underneath. Oh, you're Year of the Ox? Cool. I am Year of the Dog. Myself. You can't teach an old Jeff new tricks. Hey now. I mean, I learned some new things every now and then. Find you a wife. Is that the new trick that I'm supposed to learn? One that will support you financially. Okay. I see we're keeping the requirements list nice and light. Oop, that didn't work out. I can fix some of this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's all. But what about supporting you emotionally? You have no emotions. Oh, well, that makes it easy. Cool. How do you sign up for that one? Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm rather fond of my emotions. I find they really humanize me. So maybe I'll line the flame, line it in something not black. Does going over the same line a bunch mess with the vectors, like the vertices is what you're going for, right? Vertices, 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 vertices. Something like that. Not necessarily. It creates a new line instance. So like these are not the same line. They're not actually connected. So if you look at the vertices here, these are independent of these. So I could, for example, do this, you know, or I could accidentally move it back like that. If you want to, there's a tool called Connect Vector Line, and that will like 100% mess with the vertices when it actually does what it was supposed to do, which in this case it did not. Confusingly. Come on, not in front of my friends. Okay, for whatever reason, it didn't like that. It says no. I mean, I usually use it more, the connect vector lines, when I'm trying to do like a circle and I want it to be continuous. And you've got, you know, this, but they're not technically connected, the ends of them. And then you can do this, and it should do that. No, they're all, yeah, now they're just a continuous line. They're not actually disconnected. Yeah, if you draw two circles on top of each other, they will still be independent circles, which is pretty nice, if you ask me. It makes it harder if you're gonna go in and do like editing of all your vertices and stuff. But if you're not doing that, it doesn't necessarily matter a whole lot. Let's see what to go that way. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Any lines that are separate strokes, I mean, I can highlight it here if you just look. I like to try to draw continuous curves as a single stroke wherever I can for continuity, because I like to go in and edit the vertices, right? Sometimes. But yeah, when you have separate strokes, they're separate lines. Even this, I didn't connect this. So technically speaking, there's an endpoint here and another endpoint here. And if I start moving these, you'll see the gap in between. It's not a closed oval shape. I could use the connect vector line tool to do that if that was important to me. It's not particularly important to me right now. But it can be useful to do it that way. Especially if, like, when you make your, I'm gonna switch this back to black because I actually need to line some more stuff anyway. If like you have like the line weight is kind of weird, where it changes, and you kind of want to make it a uniform, you can connect it, and then you can come in and like adjust your line width. That's actually set on narrow, so let's thicken it just like right there. It's beefing up most of like the rest of the line. You can kind of do some tweaks. Like you can tell it to process the whole line. For this one, it does kind of in the neighborhood of where I'm going. But yeah, you can connect it, and you could also do adjust line width, and you could be like, okay, or sorry, redraw vector line width, like that, and be like, okay, I just want this to be all continuous. And you're like, okay, well this vector point is it's kind of making it pinch, so I can do simplify, and that'll take out some of the lines in between. You just tweak that, and you can get much closer to a perfect circle, or at least a more pleasing circle. Because if you wanted a perfect circle, you would just use the circle tool. An angry can of soda. Angry can of soda. Not my most efficient, but I am happy with the expressiveness of it. Oh man, that's gonna show up in the time lapse. Can I make it not show up in the time lapse? We'll see. We'll see if I tricked it. I think the bend also just makes it look angrier too, which helps. All right. So I have been learning, at least when I've got to do longer, complicated curves, I can zoom out. So I'm not having to be like, and like try to follow the exact line over such a long space. That seems to help. At least a little bit. Oh man, so you died looking at it. Wait, looking at the can or the drawing the curve? Oh goodness, that's a tight margin. Have you started that Patreon yet? Cracked open the change jar. Wait, isn't that the same thing that happened last week when you broke Daisy's watch streak again? Again? The audacity. Ugh. Can erase this. Beep. That was a dangerously large eraser. How's it? Wait, EBT? Red Bull. I was like, rebuild. What are you rebuilding? Your PC? New streaming computer? And tackies. Actually, don't hear it that way. Have you signed up for Stream Elements? Stream Elements. Are you gonna do some endorsements? EBT. Wait, what? Wait, what? Youngin', I can't make heads nor tails of what you're saying to me. Yeah. Stupid tab incorrect. Tablet. Oh, the autocorrect. Yeah, it'll do it every time. Do you think Red Bull would sponsor you on a stream where you like drink 5 Red Bulls and then like furiously draw comics? Comics about wings, having wings, eating wings. I don't know. Okie dokie. Oh, and I was gonna do saturate you. Yes, that seems fine. Okay. You're stealing the angry soda can and selling it to them. Hey, if you find my 18 stroke sketch useful, more power to you. All right, I'm gonna mellow this red just a little, give it a little bit of like reduced value. I think I can make my inks my reference layer. I'm gonna go to flats. What is it, 1128? It's not bad. That's the one nice thing when you realize when you're doing comics, you're like, oh, each panel is essentially a full scene with a foreground and a background and all this stuff. So if you go to like a single flat illustration, it feels faster because you're like, oh, I'm just drawing one of them and not like a whole bunch. And then when you go to spot art, where it's like not even the full scene. Excuse me 1 second. It's like it feels like so it's going to the dungeon in this house. Good luck and Godspeed, Frank. Alright, so first things first, I wanted to throw some nice reds on these firecrackers as that's the color they are. I know, I'm so like... I need to work on not leaning all the time on literal color. But in this case, no, that's too much. The gap is too large. So I'm gonna have to come in and fill here a little bit. Why does it say it's a hand? That's weird. Okay. That's weird. Like I do really want to, at some point, get back to a little more study of color theory. And just because I know it's an area I could really improve. I mean, I feel like I've come a pretty long way in it, but I know there's room for more. Oh, so that line actually, I don't think I want that to extend there any longer. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like, yeah, color theory is a place where I could really, I could grow a bit more. All right, I'm gonna bring this a little bit desaturated and I'm gonna lighten it ever so slightly just to give it a little bit of difference. Not enough difference there. Let's try more desaturated, really. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Won't go any higher in value, but I can desaturate more. Okay. Back. Welcome back. You've survived. Congratulations. It's actually funny. This is first time in a while I haven't just worked with a pre-made palette that I've done. So I'm actually doing a little bit of the color selection on the fly. That feels kind of nice. Messing around a bit. Don't get me wrong, it's great making palettes that, like, because you constructed them from the same like 3 or 4 base colors, you know that all the colors kind of work together, but it feels a little bit freeing sometimes just doing the color picking myself. Bring that here. Okay, so bring this one a little bit darker. I think that'll be a good color for the gem here. I can add a little bit of interesting shading and light into it to give it a little bit of a shine. And I think I'm gonna do for the fuzzy part, I don't know that I want to do it. No, value goes all the way up, saturation goes all the way down. I don't even know if you guys can see this color picker screen. I had to do, oh, Wi-Fi is slow in the dungeon, had to move to audio only. So wait, you're out of the dungeon now? Oh, you can't see the color picker, I see. So I might do a really light purple. Let's see how that looks. That might still be too purple. So let's desaturate that by about half. Give it a try. So yeah, I've been trying to reduce my use of just like pure whites in pieces. You sleep in the dungeon. Fair. How do you keep everyone safe from all the dungeon creatures otherwise? I get you. Especially in pieces where I'm using like an all white background, it just feels, I feel like it's better where I can to give things that like have a little bit of texture to them, a little bit less of the white. I don't do those. I'm not sure about this green. So it's got a little yellow in it. The green will complement the red pretty well. Added a little yellow to it to give it a little warmth. Do I still have a job? As of today, yes. I am still employed. Although it's also a little bit different for me because I don't work for the federal government anyway. I mean, the federal government, NOAA still exists. The National Weather Service still exists, and that's great. There have been some, executive orders coming through, but nothing to preclude them from continuing to function. And that's good news, working as an employee for a cooperative institute that is funded by grants, some of which have already been delivered, it's a little bit less tenuous, but it's still, still a little nerve-wracking at times. NASA got a scary memo about an executive order. That's interesting. I didn't hear about that one. And I know that, they definitely employ meteorologists. I don't think I like this yellow. Yeah. Do I want to go more like almost like a golden yellow? How do I feel about this? Oop, not that. There you go. So, you know what though? The value is really close to the green, and that doesn't look very great. What do I want to do? Correction layer? New correction layer, new correction layer, new correction layer. Yeah, you. Desaturate all the way. Yeah, that doesn't look great. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm removing all the hue, all the actual color from the layer, and I'm just looking at the values, the brightness. And what I'm seeing is that almost everything is the same brightness, and that's not great for contrast. Contrast is one of the major things that draws our eyes, even from the time that we are a baby. So I need to adjust that. Swirtle, Star Wars Wordle. Oh, it seems like that would be a very rich game to play. There's so many unique and unexpected words that are possible in the Star Wars universe. I don't know that I like this green. I feel I liked it alone, but I'm not sure I can do a scale color that actually... Ugh, no, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. You lost today, but you won yesterday. What was yesterday's word? I want to make this green a little bit richer. I mean, I could go... I didn't really want to go darker like that, but... I don't know, man. I need to do something. Oh, Bacta? That's a good one. Today's was war. Wait, what's that from? I don't know that one. Or at least I'm not immediately identifying that one. Oh, you had no idea either? Okay, well, I feel a little bit better about myself if you didn't know also. So I'm gonna go with this yellow and I'm gonna make it super desaturated, and that's gonna be our string color. Yeah, no, it's pretty subtle. You know what? I kind of like that for this too, honestly. It gets a little bit more of the warm in it. The purple is nice and all, but there's a lot of cool color with all this green. I know green is a mix of blue and yellow, so technically green has a little bit of a warm color in it, but it typically reads a lot cooler. It's a lizard from Tatooine. Like, not the one. Is it the one that the stormtroopers are riding and the special editions of A New Hope? Like that one? Let's see. I mean, I'm being lazy here. I could just look it up myself instead of asking Frank. Oh, there's a toy. Oh, no, it is not. It is not that. Oh, I have seen these at Galaxy's Edge. That's why. But there's also apparently a wart rooster, which is different and winged and very fascinating. It looked familiar. I'm like, I know I've seen this somewhere, but only in passing. Interesting. Speaking of Galaxy's Edge, which means speaking of Disney, right now at Epcot, it's the Festival of the Arts, which is, I don't know if it's my favorite festival. It might be. I have a hard time picking because I like them all. But it's cool. So they've got all the art booths there, and you can go and look at some incredible Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel art. And we were really lucky. Last week, we actually got to chat with one of the artists there. Like, she was there at the booth, and we got to just talk and ask about, like, hey, what's your inspiration? Like, how do you do your prints? Like, I don't know. I don't feel like, not being traditionally trained, like being kind of self-taught, I don't want to be like, well, this is what I do, blah blah blah. So it was more like, as an art fan, speaking to her about, like, and asking about her process. But it was super cool. Rich Disney man, been to Disney more than once. I mean, that was the point of moving here. It's pretty nice to I don't know, it's pretty nice to get to go, and like I said, the Festival of the Arts is really cool. Definitely inspiring me to do a little more Disney and Star Wars type art on the stream. I'm gonna fix this part of the tail because this isn't reading right to me. Yep, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Yeah, there we go. Excuse me. I do fully recognize how fortunate I am, and I will not disregard that for sure. At the very least, I will say I do not take it for granted. What happened there? Probably saving recovery data. Buy you Disney tickets. I think the funny thing is, if we didn't live in Florida, we probably also couldn't afford that. It's the fact that they have the resident prices on things that actually makes it semi-affordable. This all up a little bit. That was did do red on them. Okay. For some reason, I kept thinking that the button on top of the cap wasn't red. I guess because on our son's it was like a different color. But his hat was also like, it was a navy blue with like the gold trim, and it had a gold up on top there. Make sure these guys are all filled in white. White. Why is Carrie Fisher pretty? I mean, you're asking me to describe the foundation of human aesthetics. I don't know. But I think that also, to be fair, there is a certain aspect of like the character that carries into our perception of, you know, the actor and their appearance. Like if Carrie Fisher had been Tarkin, like, would we really like have found her that like yeah, okay, but like the character is so mean and cold and vicious that like it would take away from it all. That is crazy. Like, hey, yeah, that's unfortunate. I will use no, I have a shadow color that I like to use, and I will go to that. Yep, multiply is what I want here. Yeah, you know, I'm just not 100% sold on this color yet. I don't want to do, like, I did the dragon red and I really liked that, but I also don't want to just copy the same thing that I did last year on this. So I have to think about it, because I knew I wasn't going to probably finish this tonight on stream, and I will finish it up off stream because the actual start of the Lunar New Year is Wednesday. So before the next stream. But I think I'm gonna play with the color a little bit, because it's just, I'm not quite sold on it, you know. I know there's not necessarily any reason that a snake has to be green. Oh, I could do interesting things with it. I could make it. All right, all right, all right, all right. Hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out. Maybe? New Year's, silly Jeff. New Year's is January 1st. But not on a lunar calendar. I know a lot of places still call it Chinese New Year's, but there's, you know, many cultures that celebrate the Lunar New Year. That's not quite the tone I'm looking for. It's a little too green. Let's get a little more pure. Pure gold feeling. So if I go back, reselect. I don't know. This is kind of a wild experiment, but it's fun. Because then also, you know, you can do, I did the golden scales on the dragon, so I don't want to do it too much here. I don't want to overdo it. Even like, I don't know, this is kind of fun. You know what I do wish is if Janos could be here, because Janos is a snake guy, and I wish he could give some feedback on this process. Haven't seen him in quite a while. I hope he's doing all right. Yes. Also scorpions, I think. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Did you know snakes have eyelids? Hold on a second. Wait, I thought I heard the opposite from someone. None of this adds up at all. I don't know. I kind of. Oh, I could also do it white. That would be interesting. They don't. Frank, what are you doing? One of these days, Frank, on stream, I'm gonna reveal that I'm actually like 23. And boy, will you feel bad. Also confused at how, you know, a 23-year-old ages like that. Wait, did I I swore I fixed that line? Did I undo it? Oh man. I'm really Ashley. Shocking revelations. Alright, well, I'm gonna fix it again, even if I already fixed it before. Or maybe I didn't fix it enough? Shock! Oh, it's just because you're seeing the layer underneath. I don't know, there's a part of me that really likes this color scheme. I don't know if it quite captures the lightheartedness of it, of the holiday. I mean, alternately, we could go with the white Power Ranger vibe and do like not pure white, but I could do I want to use this one? Oh, that's interesting. No. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. I kind of like this. Who doesn't love White Snake? Ashley just went through mitosis and split in half. Tell you what, if anybody figures out how to clone yourself, make duplicates, let me know, because like sometimes I feel like that would be a real useful skill to have. Now the nice thing is this shadow layer will be good whatever I finally choose on, but I am actually really liking this white. It feels different and not just the stereotypical color for a snake. I mean, I could look up also just in general the mythology of it and if this is something that is auspicious or if this is like considered to be horrible luck, because I should probably consider that as well. You know, just important things. Two more old farts, oh no. Don't make this face for just anyone. I kind of really like this. It definitely is feeling to me like it pops a lot more than the green. I don't know, what do you think, Frank? Any opinions on color scheme? Yeah? Yeah, me too. Still audio only. Oh, I thought you were like, when you said you were back from the dungeon, I thought you meant you were out of the dungeon and therefore off of audio only and could actually see what I'm doing. Okay. Well, I will take that into consideration. But thank you for your valued feedback. Shame. That went too far. Okay. Can revisit that shading in a little bit, or when I come back to it. But yeah, I'm gonna research the significance and make sure I'm not doing something that's actually like considered really inauspicious. But otherwise, I really like this. Okay. Oh, this is a nearly completed piece from scratch in one stream, so I'm feeling better. Feeling okay about speed right now. Not bad. I've got a little research, a little bit of now do another. Well, it is this cranky, apparently old man's bedtime coming up in not too long, so just chatting. I'll wrap it up here for tonight. But this is pretty good night of progress. Yeah, research, play with colors, but I'm happy with this and this level of progress so far. So Frank, what are you up to the rest of the night? You gonna stream? Should I rage you? This myself. Oh, you're actually not probably at your house with any of your stuff to stream. Anyway, eventually I remember all the things that people told me. It may not be at a time where it's useful in conversation, but I get there eventually. 2 hours away. Oh, so you are not walking from your usual location, because you said walking to my grandma's, right? All right. Well, I won't be raiding you then, I guess. That's how that goes. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything else for tonight. That was I'm pretty happy with how it went. Walk from your mom's to your grandma's. Yeah. I was slowly putting it together. Very, very slowly. But we got there. Yeah. So this has been fun. Lunar New Year starts next Wednesday, the 29th. I did forget to raid GDQ, or forget to attempt to raid GDQ, so I could probably fail again, because I'm guessing that they limit by either affiliate only and above, or a certain number of followers and above, and I'm not quite there yet. One of these days, you know, probably about the time that I actually start to put effort into growing the stream. So many buckets to put my effort into. It's good. We're gonna keep it going. In the meantime, I will wrap up this piece before the next stream. We will be sharing it on Instagram for sure, and then probably next week we'll be back to anthology comic, or the next stage of revisions. I don't know if they're gonna send us any more suggestions, but the next stage of revisions is everything inked and lettered. And I just have those 3 pages to ink, and that'll be due February 21st. So I'll probably be doing some work on stream to get that inked, because then we also have a pitch packet, or I have to finish a couple of spreads for our graphic novel project. That also opens up the same date for submission. Just don't revise, tell them to deal with it. Well, listen. The nice thing with this anthology team is that a lot of the editorial suggestions are just that, suggestions, and it's up to the creators to take them or leave them, but they are doing it to make the comics better. So it's you get that benefit of kind of like a built-in critique group editor function, and then, you know, why wouldn't you want to make it as good as possible if it's going to be going out potentially to editors and or not going out to editors. It's going to be a printed book that editors and agents could very well see, but also for yourself and for all of your, you know, fellow creators that are looking at it. Why not make it as good as can be? So I'm, in general, happy to take the feedback and see where it's at. Yeah, so I'm curious if they'll have anything more now that I've got the pencils in a bit. The only things that they really care about that we have to change are things that make sure we're meeting the design specifications and staying on the theme, and also not crossing any sort of lines that, you know, make people uncomfortable, things like that. But for the most part, I think we're there. So I'll see what the next set of revisions are. Hopefully, if there are any, we'll get those before I start. But inks aren't too bad to adjust. Full colors can be a bit more work. So yeah, that's the plan. What did I think of the video game comic from last week? Well, wait, you just posted. Was that an hold on. When I was looking at the story you shared, I saw you had posted that I see that Goose worded things much more kindly in the newer version of it. It was this morning. Yeah, it looks good. I'm just curious, what in particular made you decide to change the line? Oh yeah, I guess you did, but it's not really noticeable. Like, I mean, you could always tweak it if you wanted to, for completion's sake. But until you said something, I did not catch it on first read. So, not the worst. Not the worst. Also forgot about the other line. The snowball one? Yeah, that was a really good one. I think there is something I really like about the video game one, just with it, you know, kind of being like Goose actually showing some warmth and kindness. to Lucy, although albeit in his own way. I like that too. Yeah. Well, anyway, I need to wrap it up. I'm trying to push to actually get solid sleep this week and kind of reboot my sleep schedule, which was gradually drifting. So I'm going to wrap up here. Thanks as always, Frank. Hope you had a good time. Thanks to everybody else watching. If you're lurking, hey, I'm just glad you're here. This is a lurk positive environment. If you're watching the VODs on Twitch or YouTube, thanks for hanging out, for checking it out. Please feel free to drop a like or a comment, or if you enjoy what you see and want to see more of my work, subscribe or follow. Yeah, I'm here every Thursday night, 10 o'clock p.m. I intend to be back next Thursday night as well. That's everything. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me share, and I will see you all next week. Have a great week. Have a great night. Bye. Frank, it's not going to be a 5-hour stream next week. But I will see y'all next week. Good night, everybody.